Alright, let's see here. See how this works out. There's a quick video update. So I haven't given an update for like a week or so. I think it's Tuesday now, and I flew in a week ago. So it's been 1 week, and yeah, it's been a lot of walking around with a lot of luggage, hotel to hotel and so forth. I'm lucky tonight, and last night I guess I had 2 hotels in a row, so stayed at the same place. This place is pretty cheap, actually. You pay for what you get, I guess. These beds are maybe the worst ones I've slept in. I think sleeping on the ground is more comfortable. The pillow is okay, and the sheets are a little bit threadbare. Anyway, this is complaining. This is called Hotel Rich, though. I don't know, maybe rich is a person instead of, maybe it's not really like referring to money, apparently. Anyway, well, here I am. So, well, today I did all the crazy touristy things. Well, actually, mostly slept in bed and recovered from previous days, but went out just in the evening now to go to, what was it? Damn, I forgot. Kumizadera. So they have a nighttime light up and everything, and there's throngs of people. Interestingly, I think it was a little less crowded than what I remember, but maybe it's about the same. I think the cherry blossoms are a bit past their peak, so maybe that affects the number of people in the crowd, which is good. So anyway, I went and did that, got that over with. Have been mostly taking still pictures. Haven't really processed a lot, but I took a lot today. And I took some video, like nighttime video, with my DSLR, so that should be interesting to see how that turns out. Yeah, today, so yeah, part of that is just walking around and getting hungry. Went to a cool cafe that I've been going to for years, as it turns out. It's what is it called? E-Fish. It's actually really close to here. This is a really good location for this hotel, actually. Yeah, I went there for like a late lunch. Had lunch late. Let me see here. I hope the light is okay. It doesn't look like it's the greatest, but if you can see, that's good. Anyway, I went there for lunch, but I still got hungry. I can't really skip dinner, so, well, okay. I found a Fresco, which is like a supermarket. Let me see, and I found a Circle K. Oh, Circle K. If Circle K would have had everything I was looking for, I would have just stopped there. But, well, Fresco has like groceries, so I got some carrots. For some reason, all the carrots look like this in Japan, which are like, I don't know, short and thick, kind of. That's their style, I guess. I think baby carrots are just these cut down. Baby carrots are just artificial creation in America, I guess. But you can't really get like bite-sized pieces. You just gotta buy the whole carrot. And here's my sushi. I got this at Fresco. Nice thing about Fresco is it's, they actually discount their things towards the end of the day. So this is 20% off. If I would have waited maybe another half an hour and it was still there, discount would have been, even greater. But someone probably would have taken this eventually. So I got 20% off this number, which was just a good deal for sushi. But yeah, that's kind of stupid. I just dropped it in my bag like that, as you can see. And now everything is kind of shuffled to one side. But yeah, this is gonna be my dinner, I guess. It's 10 p.m. now, so I'm having a late dinner. Oh shoot, no chopsticks. Huh. Shoot, I guess I forgot how to ask for that. Ohashi onegaishimasu. Got some wasabi, shoyu, just soy sauce, I guess. And then gari, right? I think so. That's like what's it? That's the best part. Ginger. And here's a tamago. They're all like rolls. Nigiri rolls, I guess that you call them. That looks like eel, unagi. This looks like salmon. This looks like some sort of, maybe what they call cuttlefish or something, like white fish. This is tuna for sure. Here's shrimp. Here's octopus. I've never seen octopus. Is is it nigiri? Octopus sushi, anyway. Here's the, damn, I forgot the name of this. It's the fish egg thing. Yeah, I completely forgot the name of that. And here's another, like, white fish, I think, or squid, maybe? I don't really know. Anyway, here's what I'm eating for dinner. Not too bad, actually. I'm pretty happy with this. If they had different, if they had more kinds of sushi, I would have been happy, but this is like the last one, so I think someone was going to grab it eventually. They didn't really have a good selection. I got there kind of late. And here's it's basically oyocha. Yeah, it says oyocha on here. It's kind of special kind. I don't know, Yuka said get this one because it's more special. It's like limited time edition. Is it Honji? No. Nihon no ocha, I guess. I don't know. It has like cherry blossoms and I don't know. Maybe it tastes exactly the same as the other oyocha. And then here's like super overpriced almonds. I'm trying to eat healthy here. And cashew. And what else? Oh, just like a hard-boiled egg. Yeah, anyway. Trying to avoid all the junk food there. It's kind of a problem. It's kind of a problem here, I think. They just stock up all the stores with junk food and it's really easily accessible. And, I think I went wild on that stuff before. All the sugar, and they've got just as much junk food here as in America or any other place for that matter. So I kind of have to go out of my way to just a regular supermarket to get this good stuff to snack on. They have nuts in every store, but these are super expensive. What was this? This isn't a lot. This is like a handful, and it was, I don't know, like $1.50. I don't know. It's better to buy in bulk, I guess, is the message. I should have really brought some over go to Trader Joe's in America or whatever. But that's heavy, actually. That, if you buy that in bulk. Well, anyway, there's that, and well, I wonder if this will work. So I took a bunch of still photos tonight, and I've been wandering around pretty much since the evening, since sunset, and then golden hour at Kiyomizadera, and then basically came back home just now. But I don't know, you won't really get a good idea. Here's this is at Gion. I walked through Gion, and it says don't touch the geisha. I'll upload better copies of all these. But yeah, I wanted to talk about Gion actually. Did I take any more? Not really. Actually, I always feel really bad in Gion because there's tons of tourists just waiting for geisha to come out, and sure enough, there's a bunch of taxis that turn down this street here, and a bunch of tourists just sort of line up and wait for the geisha to come out and go into the taxi, and they sort of attack them, and there's flashes going off. It's ridiculous. I've never liked that. I felt really bad, so I am not sure I've ever taken any pictures right on the street where this is, except this one, I guess, obviously. But this is near Gion Corner. I think it's Gion Corner in the background. Really touristy area, but recommend it if you want to get a dose of, geisha dances and, traditional Japanese stuff. It's kind of a cool encapsulation of everything. Very touristy. It's like whole audience is foreigners, basically, Westerners. But anyway, yeah, I don't think I've ever taken a photo on this street, and I felt bad for, I think I had my camera out one time when I was sort of crawling or getting without a flash, on a street corner, and a geisha came out from sort of behind me, kind of snuck up behind me, and she just had to pass through. She just came through a side street, and her first instinct when she saw me was she was coming towards me, and she just covered her eyes instantly because she knew, well, this guy has got a big honking DSLR and this is gonna flash in my face and ruin my vision. And I'm just like, after that, I just like, okay, you know what? It's not worth it. I want to give them some space. So what's interesting is, I got through this, and then I took a different path home along Kawabata, which is I think it's Kawabata Road. And there's a bunch of cherry blossoms along there. I should have really set up my tripod again, but I was feeling way too tired. But there's a little street out there which is not touristy, and very few people walking by, and there's taxis sort of lined up waiting, so it's kind of suspicious. It's sort of like, well, are they waiting for geisha, or who are they waiting for? They're a rich clientele. And sure enough, there was like Maiko, or what they call them here, Maiko or Geiko. I think it was Maiko. Came out of one of the restaurants and went into her taxi, or was waiting for a taxi or something. But I had my camera and everything, but I just like, I'm just gonna give them some space, because obviously, I think they would appreciate that. If I was in their position, I would appreciate that where I could, actually see. I didn't make eye contact or anything, but I was just being respectful. I'm like, okay, I know you're there, but I'm gonna walk past you because I'm not here to stalk you, and just want to go home and eat, really. So I don't know, maybe that was an unusual thing, that this foreigner guy is here, but he's not taking a picture of us. Yeah, maybe weird. Let me just sort of jump through. These are just random. Here's like from the base of Kiyomizu-dera. Kind of hard to see on here, maybe. Oh, this is too close, maybe. Is it? It's not really in focus, is it? No? Here's the base of Kiyomizu-dera, and then some cherry blossoms. So this is something that I'm obviously going to photo stitch, or attempt to photo stitch. We'll see how that comes out. Here's another photo stitch, and that's not going to stitch well. Some flash went off. Well, I was smart. I don't know if you can see that, but I took another one after that. I had my tripod there. So you can bring your tripod, but you have to sort of compact your tripod when you're on this main platform where everyone's trying to crowd in and take pictures, where I really didn't get a good spot. As you can kind of see, I just held my camera up into the air, and there's not much you can do from here. But this is like the classic shot, and everyone wants to get that, and it's crazy. Interestingly enough, I think there were fewer people crammed in here, or maybe they're doing better crowd control. It was crowded, but it seemed maybe it was better managed this time. This was a cool view, actually. This is leading up. This is going into, past the main buildings of Kiyomizu-dera, the first buildings in the front, and then looking back, which maybe people don't really do much. And it was sort of golden hour, so maybe not well framed, but it's cool lighting anyway. So, and then there's just so I'm going back in time. You can see the sky is getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Sunset. I think the best place to see these cherry blossoms is just right along the Kamogawa, because you got plenty of space there. It doesn't get super crowded like other places, and it's free. So you can't beat that. And you got the cherry blossoms and some buildings in the background. Sometimes some traditional buildings out there. Some coffee shops that I spotted that I'd never seen before, so I'm gonna check them out sometime. This was interesting though. I had only wide angle lenses today, so a little bit more of a challenge. No macro or anything like that, so I couldn't get close to the cherry blossoms. So it was a bit of a challenge framing some things, sort of trying to peek through, trying to frame it. These are out of focus, and then this is in focus in the center here. Trying to be a little creative here, but we'll see how they turn out. They're okay, maybe. Actually, these ones where I'm kind of shooting into the sunset. You really can't see that on the GoPro. You have to wait. I was pretty happy with those style shots, like shooting in, getting it backlit by the sun. That worked out pretty well with the sun. Get the cherry blossoms on one side, get some scenery on the other side. Actually, that's not too bad. This is not a bad lens. What is this? 24 millimeter 1.4. This is kind of a specialized lens that I got mostly for astrophotography. It doesn't work out as well as I thought it did for astrophotography, but for other purposes, like, it's actually an interesting lens. I like it though. I mean, you can't complain. It's a prime. It's a red ring, right? It's just wide and it has a nice fast aperture. So this is from previous days. This is like Tetsugaku no Michi, the cats, and this is my day with Yuka. And there's Yuka there. We hiked up into the mountains, like away from all the crowds. It was really cool. It was like a monk's path, basically. I'll have to upload these. that was a cool place actually. And then we found it was one of the let's turn this off. It was one of the paths to go up to Daimonji. Daimonji is one of the characters on the mountain in Kyoto that they light up during Obon. And Daimonji is a really popular like hiking spot. Oh. So Yuka and I are thinking we should go out there and just hike Daimonji one day. It's like an hour climb or so. Maybe have a picnic up there and then come back down. But that's really nice because you can just wander off from touristy area, temple, and then go right behind it and follow this path into the mountains. And then all of a sudden you're on one of the paths up to Daimonji, which is beautiful. And all these hidden shrines in the forest and not a lot of people around to sort of discover that. So a little bit off the beaten path, a little touristy, but it's pretty cool. We'll go back to Daimonji and I'll get video of it, and yeah, we'll figure that out. Anyway, well, this is just a quick update. So tomorrow I'm still in Kyoto, and then I think the day after that I might be leaving Kyoto and just taking the Shinkansen up north, activating my JR pass, going straight up north. I saw there was a town that I've been to before called Furukawa, and it's like less than $50 a night for a decent room there. Not a room that has like crappy bed like this. It's a, you know, sort of budget room, but things are not expensive up there, and there's nothing to see really. That's why. So anyway, up to the cheaper areas later in the week, and then yeah, Yuka is off to Beijing tomorrow, which is why I'm activating this. So I'm gonna be alone for the next week or so, and then I'll come back down and meet up with her, and we'll have some more adventures together. So it should be fun. Anyway, this looks really, really good, and I'd hate for it to go to waste, so I'll have to leave you for now. Anyway, so long. I'm just gonna upload this straight to YouTube, no editing or anything, so hopefully it turns out well. Here goes nothing.